Yay.
Yay, recording.
Yay.
And we had to change the time today. I learned, I forgot, in Arizona, you don't have to change the time.
Right.
Right.
And one other state,
Arizona.
Arizona. Okay.
Ah, Arizona.
Yes, that was
Isn't-
an issue here also.
So Peter,
Yes.
give us an update on you. How are you doing? Well, I
Yes.
wanna know about
Yes.
you.
Peter, you look
Yay.
remarkable. You look
Yes, you do.
extraordinarily
Wonderful.
and remarkable.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel great. Thank you. Thank you all.
Oh,
Thank you
You
all
look
Yeah.
great.
You look
Peter.
great. Yes.
for your
Indeed.
help.
Yes. Quantum singularity and
We
entanglement
were we
personified.
were all there with you.
Yes.
He's got a baby face.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Younger.
look a lot younger, Peter.
Yeah, you look younger.
Ooh.
I guess it worked with the teamwork with the surgeons, the medical doctors that attended to you. It worked very well.
Magnificent. The
Oh,
magnificent.
yeah.
You look wonderful.
Remember, doctors have magnificence also.
Yes.
And so they were all involved, although they didn't know it, but they were. And they did internship at Loyola in Chicago, Loyola. That's where they did the internship. And they were friends when they were interns. And they're still friends. And they did a great job.
Mm.
Well,
Good teamwork. Good teamwork.
that's a love story.
Yeah, exactly. It's great teamwork.
Nice.
Which hospital were you in?
Um,
Which hospital were they operating?
Penrose
Oh, okay,
in Chicago, in Colorado Springs.
right.
So they did a great job.
Yes.
And
Yay.
we care about all quantum magnificence, not just some, but
Yes.
all.
Here.
Herminia is connecting.
Mhm.
Herminia is connecting. Hi, Herminia.
Hi, Herminia.
Hi, Amelia.
Hi, Hermania.
Hi, Herminia.
Welcome.
Hi, Herminia.
Thank you for
You're
sending
muted.
for
You're
picture.
still muted.
You're muted.
Unmute
Yay. Almost.
Herminia.
Oh,
There you go.
Yay.
Yay.
Nice job.
Hey,
Thanks,
Julie,
Julie.
Brian,
Julie.
Brian.
Twofer,
Julie and Brian.
Twofer.
Our
Hi,
favorite
Julie and
twofer.
Brian.
Hello.
Our
Hi,
favorite
Julie and
twofer.
Brian.
Ah,
It's good to see everyone.
Yes.
Yes,
Julie,
amazing.
16 and 19.
Wow. Hi, Julie.
Wow.
Hi, Brian.
Yeah, I love that story.
Yeah.
Oh, that was wonderful. Yeah.
That was a wonderful story.
Thank
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing.
Yes. Congratulations, you guys.
Aw.
And happy birthday to Judy.
Yes.
So
Happy
many
birthday,
celebrations.
Hey, Judy.
Pass the recipe, please.
What recipe?
Long, loving relationships.
Oh, you mean Julie? Yes, Julie, and
yes,
Brian.
Julie and
Julie
Brian.
Recipe. What's the recipe, Brian? Purpose.
We just like each other.
That's a
That
great
helps.
answer.
That helps.
That's a great
Yeah.
answer. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a stand-up comedy woman one time. She was very funny. She started talking about her children, and of course, very loving person. But she said, you know, I don't like my children. I love them, but I don't like them. Of course, she was having fun with it, but we have to love everybody, but liking someone, even if it's our partner, we go a long way like that. It's very important.
Hi,
Yeah.
Catherine.
Hey, Catherine.
Hi,
Hi,
Catherine.
Hi,
Catherine.
Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi,
Hi, Catherine.
Hi,
Catherine.
Catherine.
Nice to
Hello,
see you.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Nuno. It's
Welcome.
good to see all of you. Thank you.
Alfred, behind you, I
Good
see a
to see
little
you.
tiny dog.
Yes, that dog is my wife's favorite. And when I sleep, it sleeps with me.
Oh,
Oh,
where's the
Nice.
big one?
Teamwork right there.
How's she doing? Oh, there. Oh.
That's a 140 pound Newfoundland.
wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
Dog.
dog.
Bigger than
That's
me.
dog.
Good thing he doesn't sleep on you.
That's
Well, he
almost a
can.
couch.
But he sleeps on the floor.
Oh, yeah, they love that.
Alfred, that's
Animals.
almost a couch.
Yeah, well, he's got his fur coat on all the time, so he sleeps on the tile too.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh,
The
hi,
cool
Sunny.
Hi,
Happy dog.
Sonny.
Sunny.
Sunny.
Sunny. Hello,
Not
Sunny.
connecting.
The audio.
Hey, Sonny.
Still
Wonderful.
connecting.
Hey,
There you
Sonny.
are.
Hi, Sonny.
You look great.
Hi, Sunny.
Hi, Sunny.
Good to
Nice
see you.
to see you.
Hi, Precious Peter. Precious Peter.
There you are.
Yay.
Yeah.
How are you, Sonny?
I'm wonderful.
Wonderful. Yes, you look as much.
Yourself.
You look,
Yay.
I'm wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you are.
Yay. It's a time for celebration.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, indeed it is.
And we have 3 people who are close to crossing the threshold
Yay.
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 in a month.
This is
Maybe
something.
less.
Maybe less.
Maybe faster. Last month,
Yes.
Peter said Chile was the next one. And in November, Chile crossed the threshold. It was exactly a month.
So can you tell us what happened?
Alfred and Sai.
Oh.
Yeah.
I simply, it was just so simple. I woke up and I crossed.
Knew it.
That's
I knew it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
Yes.
beautiful.
I just knew it.
Did
It
you
was
ask
kind
him?
of like Diane Lynn when she said she realized that everything was just not, well,
Not the same.
Everything was stupid, you mean?
she said everything was stupid, but what she meant was everything was unique, but it just all of a sudden there was real energy and I was quantum. I had crossed the threshold.
Well, internal
Wonderful.
knowing is everything. Internal knowing is
Knowing. Yes, just knowing. I knew I was close.
Yeah. And you were,
Yeah. Thank
Indeed.
you, Peter.
and you are.
Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome.
It's such a miracle when it happens.
Yeah.
It's like instant.
Yes.
Remember that comes from your magnificence.
Yes.
You know, I talk to everybody's magnificence every day. So it's no big thing for me to have an inkling who's next and why.
Wow.
It's
Wonderful.
what you're doing is seeing quantum magnificence where communication is instant in action.
It's so cool. My, I had an instant thing happen with my mom. That she was complaining about coughing all the time and she couldn't sleep. And I had the same problem. And I said, well, why don't you ask your magnificence to help you find the reason and maybe you can cure it. And she thought I was full of baloney,
Yeah.
but then the next letter she was saying, oh, and by the way, I'm not coughing anymore. I'm eating vegetables and less dairy. And but my cough also went away, like quantum entanglement, because I was increasing my water intake. But did two different reasons for the same problem, but both of us at the same time.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Wow.
But Wendy, remember, each quantum magnet, each one of us,
It's unique.
in most cases, there are multiple things keeping us from crossing the quantum threshold. You know, if you're addressing more than one, then you're moving faster than somebody who's addressing none. It's that simple. It's
Okay.
really pretty basic. And just as it says on the quantum threshold, talks about how easy things are and how simple things are. But your consciousness will never, never, ever.
Yes.
She
So-
wouldn't believe it if I told her that it was her magnificent. She'll never believe that.
And she won't. But if you don't continue to tell her, who will?
That's
Me?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, nobody can. And
Nobody can. It's
But when
a-
she sees the changes in you, she will then probably understand it
I
better.
doubt it. She's
Really?
very much thinking that I'm doing the wrong.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Peter.
I didn't see you there.
Yeah.
Wendy, it's okay.
Here.
Snuck in.
That's
Yeah.
a big burden we have to deal with.
Yes.
You know, knowing so much for ourselves and still watching people so close to us, making their own choices. Is that simple?
It helped to have a conversation though about false beliefs, that we incur false beliefs and what they do to us, that they create old age, illness, and death. And there's nothing that we can do about that unless we spend time more on 100% truth. And truth hurts. And
It does.
truth often makes us very angry and fight. We're fighting
Yes.
against it. And it's that tug of war that Peter talks about. But how are we going to heal ourselves if we don't realize that we're spending very little time on truth
Right.
Exactly. Thank you, Wendy.
each day?
Yes.
Thank you, Wendy.
What I don't know what I'll do later on, but right now it's very easy to count one by one each person and what's keeping them back from the threshold. And it's truth. In a word, it's truth. truth is being denied. Now,
Yes.
if you're still using your egos / consciousness, it is not possible to be using truth. Yuri doesn't use truth. It's that simple. There are many others who don't use truth. We started with 45. We're now at 31 or 32.
32.
So will we go one way or the other? Who knows? It depends if you use truth. But if you remain ego / consciousness, you can do that for the next 100 years, for the next 1,000 years. And all you know for sure is that you will die, that you will age, and that you will use drugs, medicines. Not medicines from quantum, but your own medicines. It's that simple. So you ask yourself, do you want that? Or do you want to change your behavior and have no debt? Have balance. And what do you get from balance? Well, you
Balance.
get love,
Positivity.
and you get positivity. Well, are you always positive? And are you always love? And is this because you're balanced? It's up to you individually to choose to decide. But most of you are falling prey to the trickster.
Yes, the trickster is so there all of the time and will always be there, and to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm being tricked by the trickster right now, and to not feel a pain when you say that, you know, if I can do that every day and I say, I'm being tricked by the trickster's always here, trickster's gonna get me, you know, I have to I have to just say that to myself, and it helps me to always, you know, to realize that and to be
Aware.
aware, because awareness is key, I think, to I'm so glad we have that awareness sticker now, because I'm realizing how important it is to be aware.
Yeah. You know, the trickster is one of our biggest helpers.
Indeed. That's the right
Yeah.
word.
Yet I'll go based on my screen. There's Dundee. She's being affected by the trickster. Cynthia, the trickster. Ed, the trickster. Beyond the trickster, but not beyond the quantum threshold is Sky. Judy, it's the trickster that's holding her back. the trickster's holding Donna back. Well, Deborah is advanced because she's not beyond the threshold, but close. Hermione is close, but not there. She's still being held back by the trickster. Julie is mastered through tricks. Brian hasn't. So there's a couple that first knew each other when they were 16 and 19. Catherine has studied enormously, but is still under influence of the trickster. Sonny has studied enormously, spends money on using tools, but is still being impacted by the trickster. So that's everybody on the screen right now. The trickster is, yes, Donna.
That's Diane Joy.
I mean, Don Joy.
She wants you to address her. We can't hear her. Diane
Oh.
Joy. Where is Diane Joy?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dresser.
So
I don't think he understood.
it is very tricky. The reason I showed the trickster today before the call is because
Here.
so many of you are still being impacted by the trickster because you're still using your ego
Ego.
consciousness. You can stay in your ego consciousness for the next million years. I'm using a big number, but you won't progress. If you want to progress, you have to move to quantum magnificence. There's no other way. I know because I helped design the architecture for the experience in creation. It's my best guess.
Thank you, Peter.
Good job.
Yes,
That's
thank you. Peter.
wonderful.
Well, it is. But there's
That's
no
the
way around.
truth. That is the truth.
Yes. And we're not here for fun conversations of gossip and stuff. We want the real thing.
Exactly.
We want the truth.
Yes. And so
So-
much has changed.
Well, so much progress has taken place. I mean, Nuna, Wendy, Diane Lynn, Julie, you all passed the quantum threshold.
Jilly,
Jilly,
Wendy.
I don't know if he can see us up here.
Gilly.
Jilly.
He
Thank
sees your
you.
magnificence.
Well, and Deborah is approaching. And
Sky.
Sky is approaching. So Deborah, Sky, and
Alfred,
Alfred.
Alfred, you three are approaching. You're beyond normal trickster things, but there are still things that are holding you back. But you're close.
Peter, you didn't mention Diane Joy yet.
Or me.
Oh, yeah, Alex.
Or Alexandra.
Well,
I don't think-
Alex is a little bit divine compared to Alfred and Deborah and
Sky.
Scott. So there's a little more trickster still at play with Alex.
Yeah, I can feel it. I know that. I'm very aware of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
Alex.
Thank you
Great
all for
job
setting a
for your
great
work.
example.
And what you're doing is helping many people, because how many people in this world are, not even there. So you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Because sometimes I feel like I'm not, but I just keep
You
going.
are.
Oh,
Because I
you
know
are.
that it's,
Just don't
are.
give up.
I feel we are all
Thank you.
moving
And
along
we all are,
very
of
fast,
course.
thank you.
approaching very fast the quantum threshold.
There's no other way.
Takes a lot of that clearing, because even felt the excitement when Peter told me that using my name like Joy is divine. That's kind of a neat thing, because that helps me to see more clearly to the bottom what it is, and I just loved it. So thank you, Peter.
You're
Hi,
welcome.
Michelle.
You can be happy, happy
Hi, Michelle.
Hi,
Hi.
Michelle.
Well,
Peter,
Hi,
I'd
Michelle.
like to
Michelle.
introduce you to my
Welcome.
friend, Michelle.
Thank you for
Hey.
joining.
Smile.
Michelle, introduce
morning.
yourself.
My name is Michelle Reynoso, and what more would you like to know?
Yeah,
Where do you live?
I
yeah.
live in Long Beach, California.
And you're Yuri's friend?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. Thank you, Yuri.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Yuri.
He's ready.
And please forgive me. I got the hour mixed up. I'm on. I
Oh,
thought I
you're
was
here.
early. I was early.
You're okay. You're here
So,
now.
It's a beautiful
You're
day,
here.
and thank you so much
You're
for
The
welcoming me.
perfect time, the perfect time.
Yes. Thank you, Michelle, for joining. Yay.
Thank you.
Well,
Yay,
full house today.
Michelle.
That's nice, Peter. We have lots of people today.
Yes.
Michelle, do you have any questions?
No, I'm in a very peaceful place, and I'm glad to join you and to meet you. And I've seen many posts of very loving, happy on the chats that you send. I had to learn how to use that to see how those hearts and beautiful things were shared. So no, I'm open to be.
Well, from my point of view, I'm not really sure how you became the Q32, but you did. And congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That's a
I-
big deal.
What does Q? I don't know what that reference of Q32 means.
Okay, we have
What-
the sorry.
Go ahead.
We have the Telegram group.
Yes.
Have you seen the stickers, the 64 stickers? By the way, they were created by Judy.
I saw them. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay. There's one sticker there that is the become a Q.
Oh.
Yes, and that's what you are doing. Getting closer to the group and being on the group, you are the 30th second.
32nd person
32nd person
in our group.
So
Wow.
you are the Q32.
Okay.
Quantum.
Q is
Quantum.
quantum.
Yes. No, I know quantum. I had that. I had that awakening that Q was quantum when everyone was just referencing Q a few years ago when we were in just a simple place. It just came to me and no one explained it. And then when you just said Q32, I'm thinking, so is the number 32 referencing something specific, or is it the symbol? I want to look at it, the Q32.
It's the number of Q's persons, people that are returning to quantum and actually doing it in the group, from inside the group.
On
Not
Telegram.
only on Telegram, the Telegram group we have.
Okay.
If
so
we
I'm
get
number-
more that join, then it will be a different number.
Yes.
So my number will stay the same, but the next person would be Q33, correct?
Exactly.
Correct.
Unless somebody leaves.
Or if
Yes,
somebody could leave.
It's not a
open
name,
choice.
it's just
It's
just
a
a
total-
reference.
It's a total number, not a unique number for you
Ex-
personally.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with you personally.
Nice to know. I like the number.
There's a meaning to the number, of course. And you becoming the Q32, well, 32 is 5, so
Growth.
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 Thank you.
We used to be Q1. Period.
Was that you?
Yes, yes, exactly. And then Q2 is my partner, quantum singularity or voice. So we have the voice and we have the form. 1, 2, voice, form.
Well,
And now we're not 2, we're 32. That's growth.
yes. How long ago did 1 and 2 begin to expand to 32?
That
Good
began
question.
about the fall of 2014.
Okay.
Sonny, you're muted, Sonny. Can you unmute?
I
There.
can.
Yeah, you can't hear anything.
Oh, sure I can, honey.
Okay. Okay.
Everything. Be polite and clean for everybody else.
And thank you for the background, Sammy.
You're welcome.
It's a beautiful background, Sunny, with the sunshine. Peeking through
Yes.
the,
It's
Shining
my
through
favorite
the
little garden
leaves.
spot to sit and be with nature.
yeah.
So, any other questions? of-
Sometimes my nieces come,
Hmm?
sometimes my nieces come screaming through or whatever, so that's why I keep it on me, on mute.
Okay.
but it's real easy for me to unmute. I have a question.
Okay.
Peter, can you talk a little bit more about the fall of 2014? You just mentioned
Sure.
that date.
The it was about the 20th of fall 2014. There were 46 of us who met at Harry's, and we also did the final test on quantum love, truth number 1000 at Harry.
But you were saying to Michelle that that was when you and quantum singularity became Q32?
No. The,
1 and 2.
1, 2, 1 and 2, yeah.
that was simply the test and approval of quantum love. Quantum love is
Released.
truth number 1000.
That was 7 years ago.
Mhm.
7 keeps popping up all around.
Mhm.
I have a very strong awareness right now to 7. My first, middle, and last name are all 7s.
Mm.
7 is just knocking at my door every time I turn around. Any question I answer, I'm getting a 7, which I find interesting.
Yes.
Say it again.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And I love the magic of the way 1 and 2, you described it. I have those moments often where I find both parts coming together and meeting each other, and I just roll with the flow and allow it to I want to say soar, or just, it's almost like it just kind of floats.
I would say you glow in the flow. You just kind of glow.
Exactly. So it's nice to be in a energy with you all, or this, where we are right now, connected to
quantum entanglement.
Yes, it's so beautiful. It's just, I'm so full of, I feel so much. I feel is not the right word. It's not, that's the wrong word. It's
awareness.
It's a good word also.
Awareness.
Awareness is a very, very powerful word.
Awareness. That's exactly it. I'm there.
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We didn't have, Michelle, we didn't have awareness until Nuno asked a series of questions. And that series of questions produced awareness. And then Judy did, from my point of view, a great job in developing a sticker for awareness. So thank you again, Judy.
Yeah, thank you, Judy.
Thank you, Judy.
I was going to say one of the best, but really I can't say that because you have great stickers.
But I haven't crossed the threshold yet, Nuno.
Well, your magnificence
No,
has.
it's about magnificence. It's about us, the personality.
Right.
The Q32, we are returning to quantum. I have to cross the threshold. And I
Well,
haven't crossed the threshold according to Peter.
Mhm.
So
And
I don't know why I can produce 64 stickers, which are all quantum, and being tricked, having ego, not crossing the threshold. Peter, can you tell me? I'm ready to hear.
yeah,
That's very fun.
I'm ready to hear.
That's a funny question.
no one who doesn't master their ego/consciousness can progress to quantum. System.
Yeah, but if I'm in ego and consciousness, how can I produce stickers that are quantum?
Because
I
you're
would
in
produce-
quantum when you
I would
produce them.
produce egotistic things. I would produce divine stuff, not quantum stuff.
Well,
It's like,
just look at yourself, Judy, and you can see the dichotomy. But the reality is the architecture of creation does not allow progression if we maintain ego/consciousness. You just can't do it. You can try for 1,000 years. You can try for 1,000,000 years. You can't do it.
Maybe I can say something about this. Judy, right about in 2014, 15, when I got to know Peter, when I got in touch with Peter, remotely, and I started watching the calls Peter was doing. Right away, I felt really different. And I was in a lot of ego at that time. And 6 months after I met Peter, I already thought I knew everything, and more than everybody. That was my ego talking. But what I want to say is, at that time, I was writing. I was trying to make a thesis, to write something for me about quantum, what I feel about quantum. And if I show you the writings, which they are in Portuguese, they were very close to being, quantum. And often I wrote things that I didn't understand, and I realized that later. I was writing things I didn't understand. So maybe magnificence interacts in a more in a simpler way with us when we are writing.
I think so. I think sometimes we have to catch
when
up
we
to
are
ourselves.
sleeping. Yes, and when you are focused, you are quantum, Judy, very much so. And your stickers are one of the examples of your quantumness, of what you can do when you are focused. And sometimes we are not always focused. We get tricked in our daily life. We forget. We are, our attention goes to, ego takes lead lots of times with us. So it's a touch and go thing at the beginning, I feel. But then we get consistent, and more and more and more. And we are more and more our magnificence. We are getting rid of the gaps, of the inconsistencies. So we are getting analog. We are doing less errors. And then you start to being becoming your magnificence. And now when I read the texts I wrote back then, I say, how could I write this back then? And I didn't know anything, but, you know, compared to what I know now, I knew very little. But if I read the texts, they were very on cue, but I didn't understand them fully at the time. So that's a mystery to me.
I think our magnificences come through a lot of times. I know for me it does, but I also know I still, when Nuno, when you spoke about we're clearing the gaps, there's still parts in my life that the trickster knows so well that he can get me.
Yeah.
Right, Peter?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I
Alex, you're right
fall on
on.
my face every time.
Thank you, Nuno.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Nuno.
You're welcome,
Your
Judy.
explanation is so
Thank you,
clear.
Nuno. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you for helping.
And thank you for your question, Judy. I think it will help a lot of people.
Yeah,
Yes.
because Judy, I think your magnificence shines through a lot. You just maybe don't know it yet. When you're
Well, they all-
standing in the gap part.
Well, it's the forget part that Nuno talked about
The what part?
previously in one of our calls, the do not forget, you know, 'cause
Oh.
when we're away, we're forgetting and then we remember again.
Yes.
How many of you have stared at that GIF of Nuno when he was the
Me,
ship captain?
me. It's amazing. It looks
It
just like
did.
them. It's amazing. And then, Peter, I have the ship on my fireplace mantle from my childhood, which I all of a sudden noticed one day last year. I've had it for, I don't know, 50 something years. And I'm like, I have Nuno's ship.
Yeah.
It's just a
Oh.
porcelain thing, but it's
So
It's
that's
Nuno's
where I left it. Okay.
yeah. You have to wiggle your nose.
was-
But I better take it out of the house first before you grow it big.
You know, you park the ship and then you forget what you did. Right?
Yeah. But that picture, Peter, is magical. What were you going to say about it?
I've just stared at it
Yeah.
over and over and over because it is magical. And, you know, it's come together with different pieces, but the current version is incredible to me.
I don't know what gift you're talking about.
It's the one with Christopher Columbus as
Yes.
as a
seen it.
younger person. And then there's the endless dot, and there's mastery, and there's never give up. And it's a gift that I made.
Beautiful.
You send it again?
Sure, I'll do it today after the call.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Wendy.
Then you can click on it and put it in your gift box.
Right. I know how to put them in my gift box. I've just not.
Yeah,
see
that's
that?
the one Alex is showing.
Wait a minute. Can you see it, sort of?
Oh, that's the one you're talking about?
Yes,
Right, that's
Oh,
the
okay.
one.
That's Nuno.
that
Oh,
looks
that's-
just like Nuno.
That's
Is
like
it-
Nuno?
Yeah,
That
Yay,
is Nuno.
Nuno.
Yeah,
looks
it
like
looks
Nuno
exactly
endless.
like Nuno.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
That's
Endless
supposed to
Nuno.
be Christopher. I always thought it was a girl.
Oh, it's Christopher Columbus. But you don't have
No
it. I'll send
bias,
it.
no bias.
No bias. Endless.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny. Thank you.
So Judy, just to wrap it up, I know there's a lot of times that your magnificence shows and is really strong. And what we can say is that the stickers are a clear sign of how magnificent is your magnificence.
Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
they have helped each one of us so much.
Oh,
I don't,
Truly,
I don't know what I
It's
would have done
amazing.
without
Truly.
them. Every moment, sometimes they get me through another, and then all of a sudden a
You have to watch
realization.
out, Alex. There's tricks in there. There are tricks.
Probably.
You have to watch out.
That's the trickster using my gaps to trick me, though. It's not your stickers,
Yes, it's not.
right?
Your stickers for me are perfect.
Are very clear.
Very pure and right on point.
Right on cue.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
That was good. Right on cue. I like that.
When Judy is really focused on one of her 64 stickers, she gets a free pass to quantum. But because Judy is doing this from divine, it's like, take water, put your hand in, and then pull it out. What happens? Everything covered back over. So Judy has done that. And therefore she has a bucket that's quantum. But each time she reverts to divine. The key is never revert, never go back to divine.
That is really the no mixing part, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what will take us there. The no mixing.
Right.
And until Peter shared the no mixing, you know, it would have been impossible for us. I say this for myself. It would have been impossible for me to progress as much as I did.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I really focused on the no mixing. I didn't understand it at the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't know what it meant.
Because my ego was, you know, fearful. But then I went with the flow, and my magnificence explained it to me, because I asked my magnificence to explain it to me. And then I saw all the, you know, all the gaps. If you want to get rid of all the gaps, you cannot mix. Because if you're mixing, you are creating gaps.
Judy,
and you are prolonging.
If you have a long discussion with your magnificence, you will learn everything that's holding you back.
Oh, trust me, I have had many discussions with my magnificence. I have had many long discussions with you, Peter, with my magnificence. But ultimately, we should always listen to our own magnificence. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yes. And sometimes you're
somebody
just
else
not
says.
ready yet.
That's right. It's your magnificence will tell you. Like Jilly.
Yes.
Like Diane. Lynn. They just know.
I wanted to say something about the journey that I had with Judy's.
Can you talk a little louder, please?
Yeah, let me turn this up a little.
Thank you.
Can you hear me okay?
Better.
I'll pull my chair up.
Yeah.
My car chair. But the dream that I had was so, it was like new skills, where Judy's books, which were just pictures, someone was holding up the book, but me and whoever else was in there, we could read your pictures with our knowing. We weren't being like told what they meant. We did it ourselves. And it was like if you were, maybe it's a type of speed reading, but
I agree. Yes.
we could look into the picture and you could feel all the layers.
You just know. You just know.
Layers, and you would just like get through them real fast, and then you knew. And then you go to the next.
Each picture is like a whole language, right, Julie?
It was like just reading with not the way we read today, but it was reading like with our knowing.
Yeah.
And then we just knew.
And Julie is exactly correct. Pictures are an alternate approach to your knowing. So you can do normal things or you can do picture things. Both work. It's that simple.
Thank you for having me in your dream, Julie.
Thank you for being with me. I think we were all in it, but I just know what I was focused on, and how it just felt natural. It wasn't hard. It was just a natural feeling of you just knew.
And
Go back to a few years ago. I insisted on pictures for everybody.
Yes.
That's why.
Yeah.
You just heard why. It's an alternate path. Whether you use it or not, that's up to you, not me.
And Judy, that's why I thank you again for all the little movies, because I can spend and blow up on my screen the 64 stickers, and I can pause each one, and I can spend
Wow.
a minute or two on each one. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm getting more out of it because I can feel the awareness when I do that. And I thank you for
Thank you.
taking all that time to put all these things together for us. I
Thank you.
appreciate
Yes,
it.
thank you, Judy.
Judy.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yay.
Great job. Thank you, Judy.
Great job, Judy.
It's really, like Peter said, it's pattern recognition. That's how we do it.
That is what that is, the pictures.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what Judy is expressing and showing us and sharing with us, more of the
Almost like
language
each
of the
picture has-
magnificent language.
It's like each picture has a DNA of its own.
Yes.
Julie,
I
when
have
I
something-
read your dream, the first thing that came to me was the stickers. And for me, each sticker is like reading the web page, because
Yeah.
if I focus in one image, it brings me all the information that is already in the web page. So thank you, Judy. You know you rock.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Michelle had a question. Michelle.
So, I find the stickers are a creative place that it appears that it is connecting to, which is I find myself able to, when in creating whatever the art is, whether it's drawing, painting, writing, whatever the creative side of it is, I find myself being able to leave the, if I'm saying the words correctly, the divine, and go more into the quantum mode, place, empty place, the space, when in creating mode, whether it would, is it takes me out of the brain and the self. So you're new, the lady that created this, that has the spaceship. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name in the picture.
Yeah.
Judy.
Judy.
That's, I thought it was. Okay, so Judy, when I'm questioning, I'm usually jumping back and forth between my planning mode and my analytical mode versus my creating. When I'm creating, I can stay into that space of no one, nowhere, no place, just pure free. If that, so when I was listening to you all talk about the stickers and how that you connected with them, does this might help. So when you're trying to figure out who and how to get to where you are, I find that the best place to resort to is the art side of you, whatever your creativity is, whether it takes you out of the human mode and into the quantum mode.
It's
Does that
obvious.
help?
It's obvious to me that the spark of creation is indeed quantum in and of itself, and that personal observation and knowing and being in that state is indeed quantum. That's my personal perspective.
Yes, no, that's what I'm trying to, that's what I was connecting. So
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Good job. Good job.
Yes.
Look at the sunshine coming through Sunny's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a wonderful background.
Yes.
We have two for
How
Sunny and
beautiful. How beautiful.
You are shining onto the group, Sunny. You are lighting us up.
It's
with
like
the sun.
it's like Nuno's
Awesome.
ship in the night.
Thank you. I keep trying to adjust it so it won't, I hope it's not
No, it's great.
Wonderful.
okay.
We
It's
are
kind of,
And behind
it's kind of
Jilly,
much for me.
I see the sun dancing on her window. I love that.
Beautiful. I just want to say again, Nuno, thank you, and Peter and Alex and everybody who explained to me that GIF. It just went right past my awareness. So now I really will look at it. Thank you.
That's why it helps to share so much. Thank you.
Yeah, I got a lot out of that. Thank you.
Yeah, you never know.
It just kind of-
Here are a couple pictures, questions for you. Heart, H-E-A-R-T, A-R-T, art.
Art.
Now, is art a picture or a painting or a still picture?
Art is a creation.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Regardless of the matter of manifestation, art is creation.
Right. So creation is 1,000 star system is based on pictures,
Yes.
not stills. So anybody that thinks it's a still is wrong. It's that simple. anybody that thinks it's a picture is right. It's that simple. So you can try what's right. You can try what's wrong. Your choice.
That's that's also part of architecture.
Yeah.
Yes, because it relates and represents the thin, or uses the thin to address 1,000 truths, and all of the, the complexity of creation, which in architecture, or in the from the thin point of view, is actually simple.
Right.
Architecture is a pattern for creation. Architecture is the pattern for creation.
Uh-huh.
Peter,
Architecture
would
is
you
the
call that a
architecture
template?
for creation.
Mhm.
Cynthia
Blueprint.
was saying architecture is the pattern for creation. I was saying architecture is the architecture for creation.
Mhm.
Yes. Ed asked a question that I find interesting. Please, can you ask again, Ed?
Peter, would you call that a template?
No, I would call him architect.
Architecture is architecture.
Right.
Architecture is
So,
all potential. Is that right?
As
Yes.
the original architecture is that potential.
It has to be. It is the process by which something is built.
Yeah,
Or
architecture
created.
is all about potentials. That's what
Yeah,
Peter
it
said.
is. It's potential. It has to be. It is a pattern. It's a potential to be yet to be built or constructed. That's a pattern for potential. It is a growth of a process of an idea, a format for a pattern to be potentialized into substance or being.
And that's why Peter
Well,
is form,
In this,
It's a form.
form.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Is that what a blueprint is, or forget about that word? Shouldn't bring that word in.
That's what architects use to create
Blueprints.
their pattern, their potential for something being formed or an idea to be built.
Well, that's what they call that picture.
Right.
well,
They
but
call a picture anything. Couldn't you?
quantum architecture is sentient, is alive, is actual,
Yeah.
and it's analog. So we are still using it. That first was design, Peter? Did we design something?
Architecture comes first, right? And then
Yes.
build.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Peter has done a
Okay.
wonderful, beautiful job of explaining his ideas that have now been formed and into the consequence of this group, as well as whoever's into quantum, into knowing and understanding the very nut core of our own and his own being. That's architecture. He's given us the ideas, the endless balance
go back.
growth, the no new balance. He's done that for us. Thank you, Peter. That's architecture. Thank you. We wouldn't know unless you had shared that with us. Thank you. We love you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Okay, I've heard a lot of things. So Peter, could you please bring us a conclusion on creation? Because I understood creation is based on pictures. So can you bring a conclusion on what everyone exposed?
Well, the pictures are the art. So we have a voice and we have a form.
And rainbows are an example of the voice, right?
Correct.
I get lots of reminders for rainbows. That's when I fall back in.
And the other part of the voice, blue dots.
Blue dots, that's right.
Right. So for the voice part, we have rainbows and blue dots. And for the form part, we have ourselves in 1,000 experiments. And the word experiment is very close to the word experience. What's the difference between an experience and an experiment? There isn't any.
Oh, you got me there.
Got
I
us
was,
again.
I was trying to figure out what is experiment experience. Where is it going with this?
Messing with our head.
Yes.
Peter, I would
Thank
like
you, Peter, and everybody. Thank you.
I would like to give an update on I talked to my wife on FaceTime this morning. They moved my wife from wherever she was to a rehab facility, and she's looking pretty good, but this COVID thing has knocked her down quite a bit. So I just want to share with you all how important it is to stay healthy. I assisted a young lady in on the Disney Walk area who had COVID. I knew I wouldn't get COVID, but my wife and daughter did. So I didn't have any fear, but I know it created a problem in my life. And I don't know how to solve it. So if you allow me to just be part of Quantum and share this with you, I know it'll all work out. Thank you.
Thank you, Alfred.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Alfred.
sharing,
you.
honey.
Alfred, look at the sticker on Go Deeper and just stare at it. That's what you need to help share.
Thank you.
Go deeper. There's 63 others. I'm not discussing those. I'm simply discussing one of 64, which is Go Deeper.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Peter.
So Sherry is recovering.
She is, but
Okay.
just like Peter said, we need to go deeper. That's all.
Right.
Thank you, Alfred.
Thank you, Alfred.
And how's your daughter doing?
Love you, Alfred.
Thank you.
How's Diana?
Sherry.
No, your
Deanna.
daughter?
Your daughter.
Your daughter.
Dina. Dina?
Dina, my daughter Dina, yeah.
Dina, sorry.
Dina. How is she?
She is in good shape. She passed the test. She doesn't have COVID anymore.
Oh,
She's
wow.
working with a natural healer. Takes a lot of things. Sent me many things in the mail, and I take those too. But just getting through this, going deeper is going to be an answer that I need to look at a little deeper.
So simple it is.
I think it's very similar to what Judy was talking about with her sister.
Peggy.
Alfred,
It's a
going
difficult thing to
deeper
think about.
will bring you much, much closer to the quantum threshold.
Thank you, Peter. We couldn't do it without you, buddy.
Yeah.
Alfred,
Yes.
if you will contact me via email, I can offer you some suggestions for your wife.
Well, I appreciate that. I don't want to reject that, but your heartfelt support is really there, and I just know that there's a quantum answer, and I just want to go deeper and work it out that way. So
I understand.
thank you for your heart.
Thank you.
I love you.
You too.
Thank
We
you.
love you, Alfred. Love you,
You
Cynthia.
too, Alfred. Go,
Thank
Alfred. You can do this.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, your wife created an opportunity to go deeper, right? I mean, it's just a wonderful quantum entanglement, right? You guys are working together as a partner to grow. It is such a beautiful thing, Alfred, you know? Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Well said, Yuri.
Love you, Yuri.
Love you too, Alfred. You are amazing. Thank you.
I met you at Ann's, and I thought that was just fantastic, learning all those things about your family and how the experience was, and really the things that go on in this world, we do not connect to it. We just don't understand. And I was amazed at all those new things that I learned back then. And I've continually added to that. And now I've got to go a little deeper.
Yay, Alfred.
We all
Thank you,
need to-
Peter.
As do we all, Alfred. As do we all.
Alfred,
Yes.
much
do.
deeper. Alfred, much deeper. Alfred, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, sir.
Okay. Wendy Scott, in your case, you need to be more serious. So it's different way of saying deeper, but it's very different than the discussion I'm having with Alfred. In your case, it's more deeper, but it's more serious.
Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome. And Deborah, yeah, a big step for you were acknowledging your children. So that's what to continue with, your children.
Thank you, Peter.
Yes, Diane.
She can't speak, but could you tell her what she needs to do, Peter?
Yes.
Well, yes. Just as her magnificence is saying, she is perfectly imperfect. She has a lot to learn from her magnificence. So she's going to learn that because she does it each day, or she does. Her choice.
In other words, you're doing great, Diane Joy. We all have to go deeper. About the word serious, that was actually a confirmation for me that Peter said to Sky. I've been working with that word for some time now, getting serious about this.
And also about finding the bottom.
It's the same thing for me, I think, you know, as you go deeper, you get more serious about it, because you know more, you see more.
Your
you do
awareness is
more.
bigger.
Is bigger, yes. So your responsibility is bigger also. So you have to get serious about it, because it is fun, but it is also very serious what we are doing.
And by the way, truth. If you take endless balanced growth in one word, that's truth. And truth is really easy.
It is.
You can fight truth, but you're not gonna beat truth. So you can address truth now, or you can address truth later. Your choice.
It's all the more difficult because we just came from mastering the lie. So the reverse way, it's obviously hard for us. And ego is there at the door, at the threshold door. There's ego.
Peter?
Yes.
I need your help. So I'm gonna speak up now.
Thank you.
Okay, so that word serious is what I'm, that's actually something that I'm dealing with or working with. And I enjoy, okay, so here's my challenge here. The trigger is actually, trickster is really tricking me in this space, where my divine experiences are so fun and wonderful, and I have a wonderful family, and everything is working out really, really well. And so I enjoy so much of it that it's now I came to realize, because of that word, serious, I'm probably not, it's hard for me to get serious in many cases. And I'm acknowledging, or I'm aware now because of that word that you shared with Sky. Okay, so what can you share with me, Peter, for me to get over this? Does it make sense? Am I making sense?
Oh, yeah. No,
Yes,
You're
You're feeling
making,
good.
yes.
making complete sense.
It's hard for me to let go. I guess this is where my trickster is tricking me.
I know.
Because
I know.
Yeah.
She waved. She waved on the way out.
Can you help, Peter?
Yes. One of the ways our ego conscience tricks us is to constantly play over and over and over. We can be casual. And the reality is we can't be casual. So casual, yes, you'll never master. Casual, no, you'll master. So do you want to be casual or not?
I don't want to be casual. You know, now that you now that I have this awareness, right? I think the key word is awareness. And you know, so yes, I acknowledge I have been very casual.
Right.
So I wasn't serious enough, like you mentioned, and I need to have more focus.
Yeah. Yeah, the focus will do it. But the casual is what you're tripping. Yes.
I agree. Well, thank you, Peter. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Yuri.
I don't know, Yuri, does that make sense to you?
Yes, Peter, thank you. It makes perfect sense. Thank you.
Do we need a sticker?
Casual.
I think I need a sticker. And put it right in front of me. Thank you so much.
What really helped
Great, Yuri.
helped me there, what really helped me there was going deeper and deeper with the no mixing part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I caught myself doing all sorts of, casual.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Yuri?
it's a really heavy, sorry, just to finish, it's a really heavy word when we work with seriousness,
Mm-hmm.
being serious about something. It's changing, it changes everything.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That is actually easier said than done, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
It is
behavior
not a
change.
easy thing, right? And yeah, I think this conversation brought the awareness, higher awareness to this, what I'm facing. And it's more clear now. So I get to choose whether I want to continue to be casual and have fun in the divine, or do I let go of it and, let go of casual.
In every moment, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So.
But still have fun.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's it.
And be happy.
Yes.
And be happy.
happy.
Yeah.
And still have fun.
happy.
Yeah.
So you can be serious and still have fun,
Yes. Yeah.
right?
That's when we start having fun, in my opinion. The fun, the happy fun that we are bringing with quantum, it's a real fun. Everything else is, it's
in between.
it's time driven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a expiring date,
Yeah.
everything else. So quantum is consistent and will be
Always here.
forever. So
Yeah,
we will
right.
get the real fun
Mhm.
of everything.
Mm. Yeah, this was deep. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
Very
you,
awesome.
Yuri, because
Thank
I
you.
know the no mixing thing is part of my not understanding yet totally what no mixing and casual.
Yeah, I got the casual part. Really, really. Thank you.
And you're still having fun, see?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Woohoo. Thank you. Okay, so it's been hour and 30 minutes. Anybody else have questions to Peter or anything?
Thank you, everyone.
One last
Thank you,
question.
everyone.
Oh, one last.
Peter, what sticker would you suggest then for me to focus on?
Who's speaking?
Deborah. It's Deborah speaking.
The question is, what should Deborah focus on?
What sticker?
That's what yeah.
Family.
I thought of that. I just wanted Peter to, yes, okay. I have a lot to focus on.
I need to go open up the motorcycle museum, so I'm gonna say goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you,
I love
Jilly.
Thank you, Jilly.
Bye,
Hey,
Julie.
Jelly.
Love you.
I love you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Yuri. Thank you,
Happy
Alex,
birthday.
Alfred,
Thank you. We
Wendy,
love you.
Donna D, Nuno,
Happy birthday.
Sky,
Love you all.
Shirley,
Bye-bye.
Had Ed,
Bye.
Diane Lynn, Judy, Pete. There you go. Thank you so much.
Hey, Sunny, but Lily, congratulations.
Are you going to give her a sticker? She
Deborah,
left.
I would focus on your youngest son.
Matish. Matisse.
My buddy.
Oh, he's wonderful.
Yeah, he's so wonderful.
Okay, family. My youngest boy. Yes.
Anybody else?
Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome, Deborah.
Diane Joy, you wanted to say something?
I would like to know what sticker to focus on, Peter. If that's a good question for me to ask, I think it would help because I really like the stickers.
So who was that?
That was Alex.
Yeah, okay. I'm focusing on Alex. Alex, you're too divine at times for your own good. And that is not serving you well. So for you, I would stamp out all divinity. And remember, divinity is the vine, right? It's lots of divinity, little energy. Energy is real and holographic. They are both really important. Real energy and holographic energy.
Thank you, Peter.
Peter, is there a,
Is it-
Diane Joy would
Diane
like
Jo-
to know what her sticker is, please.
any other questions?
Diane Joy,
Diane Joy needs some.
do you see a sticker for her, Peter?
You can't hear me, correct?
She can hear you.
You can hear.
Okay.
Speak. She cannot speak.
Yet she just spoke.
She reads lips. You're right. She reads lips, though.
Okay. I would increase the time I enjoy with your magnificence daily.
We all heard that.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Alex?
Peter.
In another 15 minutes, not an hour and a half, another 15 minutes. Yeah, okay.
Alex?
Yeah, I
Did
didn't
you
get a
get your-
sticker.
Did
I
you
didn't
get
get
your
a sticker.
question answered? So, Peter,
Not
is there
quite.
a sticker? Is there a sticker for Alexandra you notice? Thank
He
you.
wasn't able to finish. That's
Well,
okay.
Perhaps he can now.
with
Yeah.
Alex, it's been more time away from divinity and with her quantum magnificence. And again, 15 minutes a day more. 15 minutes is basically 1%.
No mixing, Alex.
Yeah, that one I still don't quite get, which proves that I'm,
No, because that's mixing divine and quantum.
Right. Exactly. That's the point.
and I still don't comprehend that totally. That's what my, that's what I'm battling with.
All right.
Could you say a little bit more about that right now?
Who said that?
Sunny. I
Oh,
think.
Sunny. Thank you, Sunny.
That was Sunny. Yep.
Yeah, I would clearly understand what holographic energy is. And I would clearly understand real energy. And I would spend 15 minutes daily reviewing those two energies. So not 30 minutes, 15 minutes. And so 1% or not, your choice.
So who were you saying that to? Were you saying that to Alex or were you saying that to Cindy?
I'm saying it to Alex.
Okay.
Because every time I look
enjoy
at those
also.
two, I forget exactly. Yes,
It's-
I understand. And Diane Joy, yeah.
It sounded good for Sunny too.
Yeah,
That's because we're all one.
Indeed.
but there's a big difference.
I'm
Big
wanting to
difference.
understand.
Big difference.
I'm wanting to
is
understand the no mixing more too.
Alex
big diff-
asked
Yes.
the question.
Yes. Sometimes it takes me a lot to ask a question. Thank you, Peter.
Yeah.
Sunny's next in line, please, Peter.
Hmm?
Sunny.
Sunny is next in line, please, Peter.
Okay. For Sunny, yeah.
Sunny.
Sunny is an expert in HGH. Sunny needs to expand
In what?
her expertise to beyond, which means include real energy and holographic energy.
Right. That's why I was saying what you said to Alex sounded good for me. Do you have more to say on that for me, Peter?
Well, it's pretty much the same.
Okay.
Both are energy, real and holographic, or real and photonic. So then you haven't expanded your knowledge out, Sunny, of real and holographic energy. Spend a minute a day and expand it.
Thank you, Peter.
Peter,
and
can-
sorry. Go
I'll
ahead.
spend more than 1 minute.
Peter, can I ask for myself? Donna? Dee?
Oh, the T, yeah. Your mind is coasting. You need to put more stress on your mind and to stop coasting, but to start expanding. Because you're being tricked by the trickster and you're easy prey. So that's a simple solution down to D.
Well, you say that we have to let go of the mind. And
Right.
you say that I have to put more effort into the mind?
No, what I'm saying is that learn about real and learn about photonic And then now you're no longer trickster,
Material.
vulnerable.
Bait.
Bait.
Yeah, bait. That's another word.
Diane Lynn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't really totally comprehend it all, but I will think about it. I won't think about it. I'll let it come from my magnificence.
Yes.
I'll
Talk
ask
to
my
your
mag-
magnificence.
Explain.
Another thing I find useful now that Peter changed the website a few days ago is the working with quantum strength and making it automatic. So that's a big help, working with quantum strength. We tend to forget a little bit that we have to reach for it. And when we forget, we don't reach. We are not reaching for it. So working more with quantum strength, which includes the holographic energy, takes us a long way. It's a big step towards quantum. It's a big help. And it's, on demand, but we have to ask for it. We have to work with it. We have to master it. Practice.
Nuno is referring to that once you have passed quantum threshold, you no longer have to reach for quantum strength. It's automatic.
It just is.
Yes, I really still have to do, some kind of an effort to detect instant, because instant is not, I'm not a master, but that is correct. It becomes very easy at hand to work with quantum strength. It becomes very natural. But sometimes you have to work with instant is also bringing us also closer to quantum with our instant, like the stickers say, from ego consciousness delay. So we are being delayed. And then we go to quantum magnificent instant. So instant is an active word also. Get rid of the delay. Instant will do it. And quantum strength, in my point of view.
Quantum awareness is an instant internal knowing that balances and is quantum strength. It is that instant of knowing. That's how I define it. Thank you.
So, Peter, to go back to what you said about coasting, is that the same idea as you told Yuri to be more serious?
No.
No. So
being serious is
being aware.
Well, or going deeper.
Go deeper. So coasting is more along the line of what again?
Coasting is more aligned with casual.
Yeah, so similar to my situation, I guess. Yeah, too casual.
But that doesn't mean be serious.
We'll have to see down whether we need a new sticker, casual versus serious. And I don't know yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you don't know, I don't know.
Right.
Your magnificence actually knows, right? Your magnificence. I think we need to talk with our magnificences
There's a
more.
new bubbling up.
Yeah. Now it's like an hour and 50 minutes. I think we need to, yeah, I don't think it's
Say
gonna
goodbye.
be more. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Any last questions anybody has?
We'll see you, everybody, in December.
Thank you, Peter.
Every day we can
Thank you,
meet at
Peter.
Telegram.
Yeah. You,
Nice
you
to
look
see
at-
everybody.
you look very bright and with a lot of color.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look more happier now.
Oh, I am happy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Herminia.
Yeah, and your face glowing. You look a lot of light on you. Mhm.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yay.
Very nice to see you. Mhm. Mhm.
Thank
Bye.
you, everybody.
Nice to see everyone.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Peter.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody.
Thank you, Sonny.
Bye.
The
Thank
shining
you.